All right. Oh, wow. It is our Halloween edition of Pick Central. Smitty's here, dressed like a Philadelphia scumbag. Marty's dressed like an employed Barstool person. Big Av's fat as fuck eating a donut.
Me eating a donut. Shout out Dan, hit 2 parlays this weekend.
I mean, Dan, I love the donuts, but it's hit a 6K parlay.
Brought in donuts.
Back in donuts.
Oh, you know who he could have brought
He
in?
hit a big one the next day, too.
You know what he could have brought in?
Fireball?
Nothing.
I wouldn't have brought in anything. I wouldn't have brought in anything either.
No, listen, I tried, but he's a fucking idiot. Zah's going crazy. That was a perfect Fireball segue, and you blew it.
Brother, you could have gotten a raise at the end of the year, my G.
Right?
You talking to me?
Yes.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Give you a layup.
Paying attention. I gave you a layup.
Oh, we were celebrating Dan out there. Dan's a good guy.
I'm talking for a second. Pick Central.
Dan could have brought Fireball.
Oh, look who just fucking got here.
What do you mean?
Or even better, the Fireball treats.
It's Halloween.
Big trick-or-treat night.
It's Halloween. Minty,
I forgot it was Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween.
Halloween.
For sure, Halloween.
Halloween. That's how I say it, and that's how I'm going to say it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Halloween.
What did I say,
So
Halloween?
I say it too, Halloween. I agree.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, you do the Hal thing. Got it.
All Saints Days Eve.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pick Central. Brought to you every day by the good people at Fireball Whiskey, the #1 shot in the United States of America. Fireball has an iconic cinnamon flavor, and you can say F it and free your fire with Fireball. And tonight, if you're going to, and they're zooming in on the wrong one because I'm holding it right here for the camera, and you're just zoomed in on the other one. Tonight, when you go to Halloween parties and when you go have fun and when you go out there with all the ladies, be sure you have the adult trick-or-treat pack right here with the 15 50-milliliter bottles, little shooters that you can take every little event to a big time, and you can turn everything into an iconic event that you'll talk about till the end of time. It could be a happy hour, it could be a party, whatever. Just bring out the Fireball and watch it go through the roof. Fireball, say F it and free your fire. Hello, boys.
Hello, Brandon.
Doing.
Hello.
Hello. Smitty, how are you?
I am well, Brandon Walker. I am well. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Good.
It was a good weekend.
Good. Like
So-
you came in a little hot on Big T there.
Decent weekend. Oh, because he's a bitch.
I believe you said, quote, that was ho shit.
That was some
you
ho shit
fat
he
piece
did.
of shit.
That was some ho shit he did. Yeah.
What do you do?
He went back and found like tweets I tweeted about Tennessee in the summer about Kentucky being better than Tennessee and retweeted them all, and got me into hillbilly hell on Saturday night.
That's pretty good.
It was one of those angers.
Which is fine. But if he wants to get in the petty off, he's in it now.
It was one of those.
He's in it now.
It was one of those angers. Brandon Walker came in, said "fuck you," that's ho shit. Went to his desk, came back.
Yeah.
Went to his desk again, came back again.
I tried to walk away several times, but I had to reiterate that was ho shit. That was ridiculous. That was piece of shit behavior, and I thought he was better than that.
I'll
I
be
wish
honest.
I wish Bosco could aim better.
I wouldn't. That was a good one. I wouldn't want to get into petty off with you.
Oh no,
I wouldn't.
shit gets shit. I'm not that quick-witted, but I'm long-witted.
No, you're
Pretty quick-witted. I've gotten in a few of them with you.
I'm decently quick-witted, but I'm very long-witted.
You're not good at like a one-shot kill shot, but
No.
you're good at like a couple of fucking like a shotgun.
I would have been good in the like American Revolution. I'm not going to fight gun to gun with you, but I'll be in the woods shooting your officers and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
I saw that was the Big T being mad about Josh Heupel hire retweet that.
Well, that was just a little bit. That was just a warning shot. He's got a lot. He's got a lot back there. A lot back there in his tweets. So.
I remember that one up here. I remember him talking to him about it.
Oh yeah, he hated the hire.
I know. I remember because
He hated the hire to last summer.
I remember trying to like reason with listen. It's always the ones you don't like. That's the one that ends up working out.
Just calm down.
The one that does the non-sexy one.
Calm down on
That's
Big
the one that
T.
works out.
He's a Georgia peach. Let him go.
Yeah, Georgia. He's from Georgia, and
He's
he
a Georgia peach.
pretends to be a Tennessee volunteer.
He's a Georgia peach.
Liar.
Evolves.
You could go to different
Like
colleges.
a big
if you're
fucking
State.
pumpkin. Oh, of course you can.
Of course you
can't
can.
Of course, you still support college in your home
Oh
state.
man,
Constantly.
I promise you, I had it out with them more than a lot.
Now, were you mad about the? I don't know if you saw the Ole Miss LSU soccer fight. Are you mad about those Ole Miss girls hitting your LSU?
What I'm happy about, Brandon, is the 8-1 record for our garbage football team.
Listen,
Going into
brag
Tay
about it. You can brag about it, but that'd be like me saying I've won every race at Barstool and I'm just racing Big Ev and Frank and Doug.
I think it'd be an 8-1, and the road SEC wins are a pretty big deal.
Road SEC wins against a 3-5 Texas A&M.
You said last week, I believe your quote on this show was
beat them by 3.
A&M is going to right the ship and win their next 4.
Beat them by 3. This is so pathetic.
Who gives a crap if they would?
Who gives a crap about you? What are you,
What
a fucking
world is
Muppet?
what world is
Fucking
this?
animal from the Muppets over here?
What world does this matter where you win? A win by 1 or 20 on the road's a big deal in the SEC, dude. 8-1.
You're bragging about your 8-1 team.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin doesn't even like your team. He's talking to Auburn right now.
Yeah,
You know it's true too. You know it's true.
I think that was more of a Grover than an animal.
whatever.
It was
Hey,
Gross.
hey.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
8-1's
Can we talk
pretty
about the
damn
World
good.
Series, or we have to talk about your shitty ass trash program for a while?
Calling us trash program is
You're trash. You're trash people.
18-3.
You had a clean rally. You had a clean rally in the last 5 years.
That looked like A&M was having one. That old brother scene they had last week. Was
All in today.
oh yeah, he's on one.
All right.
Almost dominating state.
Oh, Miss is dominating what? You haven't beaten a winning
I
team
scored
yet.
39 in 3
Shut
road
up.
games in the SEC.
I don't even know why you're here. Okay.
That was
You.
that was a drunken cookie monster.
I know I'm here.
Can we talk? Yo, what are you doing? Did you just take a selfie of
What's
your
going
driver's license?
on?
I had a good weekend on the sports books. I had a big cash out, and they said my something expired, so I had to like retake a selfie and so that I can get my cash out.
What, your selfie was? No, they wanted a picture of your ID. They didn't want you.
You don't need
holding your
both.
ID
No,
like
no,
this.
Barstool Sports.
No, they do. They literally make you put your license like this next to your face.
I've never had that big of a cash out.
Yeah.
All right.
So they just sent me the email. So I was like, "Fuck it." While you guys were bantering, I was like, "Might as well get that done." So now it's done. Totally get my money today.
Congratulations on your good weekend on the Barstool Sports Book.
Appreciate it.
I didn't have a good one.
I had a good one in the fact that I ended up basically even. So that's a good weekend.
That's great.
I think I won $200.
You had. I'll give you credit. Like I said, where credit's due, though, your Arkansas and Notre Dame picks you were on were really good. I mean,
Yeah.
you were on those big. I'll give you credit on that.
Notre Dame was maybe my lock of the week. No big deal.
And I was also on West Virginia, which should have hit.
Yeah.
That was devastating.
everyone was.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Everybody was right too. Everybody was right.
No, it drove it. Even though I read the comments, I almost like to get myself fired up. The video of us like reacting to it, so many comments like, "Oh, how could you fade TCU? How could you not bet TCU?"
Pretty easily.
I'm like, yeah, pretty. They literally should not have covered.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
They were covering for like 5 minutes of the game.
All right, we have the NFL, we have the World Series, we have college football, we have a Jake Paul fight, which apparently happened. Quietest Jake Paul fight ever.
You want it right now? That's my mush minute. You tell me when.
I'll tap you in a minute
Yeah, that's what I want to. I'm very passionate about that.
about the Jake Paul fight.
Yes.
That didn't really even happen. Like it was quietest Jake Paul fight yet.
Who'd he fight?
Anderson
Silva.
Silva.
Beat the crap out of
It
him.
definitely was.
It happened. It's definitely getting. People are definitely less interested. I think that's fair.
He
To
needs
say.
a new opponent.
Well, I mean,
He needs to fight Mike Tyson, Marty.
But if
That's
Canelo
what
was
people are
fighting on
saying.
Saturday, it wouldn't have mattered.
Put the clock up.
Okay.
Put the clock up. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to expose any of you to Marty Mush's brain for longer than you have to. And if he's going to be here, I'm going to give him 1 minute to say whatever he wants. And then I'll decide if we're going to talk about it after. Marty Mush, Mush Minute, go.
That was a very nice intro. Jake Paul fought Anderson Silva. Before the fight, everyone is talking about. Even I respect Big Ev's fighting opinion a bunch. Big Ev even said Jake Paul might be in trouble this fight. He might be in trouble with him because Anderson Silva, yes, he's retired UFC. Yes, he's 47 years old, but he's been boxing for the past 2 years and knocked out okay fighters. But what actual professional boxer has started off and actually fought real talent box? You have to build your resume. So he built his resume. He started from YouTube. Then he went to UFC fighters, and he's fighting real UFC fighters who just retired. I don't get why everyone's saying fight a real boxer. Would people buy the fight for an amateur boxer right now? I want someone to name someone who's 6-0 in a professional boxing right now that anyone would actually give a shit about. Jake Paul, everyone keeps moving the goalposts. He beat Anderson Silva, and everyone's like, oh, we'll fight a real boxer.
Oh, good. No,
I would like to keep going for a second. It's just like I don't know why people keep saying fight a real boxer when he tried to fight a real boxer. He tried to do it twice, where it was I can't pronounce the one guy's name and Tommy Fury, and he also took a fight of Fury. No, what's his name? Woodley. Second on like because it got canceled, and it got canceled again, and he just said, "All right, I'll fight Anderson Silva." It's like he's trying to fight actual boxers, but what? Like think about Paddy the Baddy. Paddy the Baddy has fought a ton. He has fought lower level people as well to build his resume. That is what you do in fighting.
Just for the record, Sonny the Bronco Canto just won 11-0 last week. He's a boxer that I think could take on Jake Paul.
How much does he weigh? How big is he?
But I honestly want to know though.
You're on the boots, Ennis.
I like Sonny the Bronco. That's a good name.
Would anyone care though, honestly, if Jake Paul has fought a no-named boxer?
Yeah, but you're contradicting yourself there.
No. I'm not. I'm saying the pay-per-views. I'm not contradicting.
Well, it depends.
I'm not saying
do you want eyeballs or respect because
Yeah.
he'd get more respect if he fought that guy.
Oh yeah, and I think he has tried though. That's what people aren't giving him credit for. He's tried. Like he's trying to get respect, and also he's trying to get pay-per-view. Like it's still about money.
I'm not worried about respect or eyeballs. When he's relevant, I'll talk about him. But the big thing is he had a fight Saturday, and nobody really cared. That's the first time that's happened.
No, but that's not complete. I mean, it was a sold out crowd in Arizona, and also if Canelo fought on a Saturday,
Do you agree
Saturday,
it didn't have nearly the buzz of his previous fights?
No, it didn't have but I think it's just football always trumps everything, and I still think that he sold it out, and people are still really talking about it because everyone's going to keep saying fight this. Like you're just fueling people that care about him more anyway, and I just don't like everyone's saying, "Oh, Anderson Silva's 47." Before the fight, no one said a word. They said, "Oh, he's a little old," but like he could lose. I just don't get why people can't. He's just a good fighter, Jake Paul. He just is.
He's just caught in this weird place where it's like this middle ground of like he wants a dance partner to help like sell the pay-per-views, and all those people that he can fight just happen to be like older UFC guys. That's just kind of been where it's landed. I mean, he has tried to fight two boxers. The problem is the boxers, I think he's starting to get I think they don't want to say it, but he's starting to get a little bit more respect where they don't want to fight him. Like Tommy Fury's dad basically said, don't fight him. Because if you lose, like, no one will ever respect you again, even though I don't think that's totally fair. It's just people can't get over the mental gap of, like, YouTube kid, Disney kid. Like, if you took out all of that and just took out the name, his notoriety, whatever, and just put, like, a 20-something-year-old kid who started boxing 5 years ago and beat this guy, you'd be like, that's pretty good.
Yes.
Like, guys that are, like, 6-0 usually fight tomato cans. Silva at 47 I would not consider him a tomato can.
Not at all.
Well, he probably needs to fight a couple boxing tomato cans. Respect-wise, some other guys are trying to come up.
Agreed. He's just caught in this weird place where a guy that nobody knows.
Well, he's a money maker, and he wants to make money. If he wanted to
caught in this, he's going with the money over the respect now.
To build respect, he needs to go and fight in front of 500 people.
The Hashim Rahman that would have been respect.
That was it. And
he's like a 12-1 boxer, like a legit boxer.
I think his next opponent's a problem is not going to get the respect either.
Nate Diaz, he won't get.
Won't get respect for Nate Diaz.
But pay-per-views, it will. People love. I love Nate Diaz.
He's a good shit talker too.
People love Nate Diaz. People buy the fight more for Nate Diaz than Jake Paul.
All right, we got a World Series and
football.
Exactly. And we got.
Don't Mincy, shut the fuck up. Mincy, you just fucking yell about Ole Miss, you fuck. Don't fucking tell.
Football season.
Jake Paul's a fucking huge draw.
Yeah,
don't fucking say let's go.
7 minutes on him during the World Series of college football.
Yeah, Ole Miss. Jake Paul or Ole Miss? Who cares?
Lane Kiffin's pretty relevant, dude.
Really.
Jake Paul and Lane Kiffin.
Jake Paul is relevant. You spent 8 minutes on it, though.
Yeah, we don't.
First minute was
Did I
great.
say anything about yours?
I said the Bush Minute was fun.
Don't disrespect that. I don't think.
Dude, the Bush Minute was great.
Exactly.
Bush Minute was fine. I'm not hating on the Bush.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. Well, it's
9 minutes, though, you know?
You keep adding minutes to it.
Yeah, you kept saying 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes.
We are still keep talking about it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not hating on the Bush Minute. I like the Bush Minute.
Man, he's been talking about it for 12 minutes.
I know. Got me fired up. Let's go.
We've been talking about it for 15 minutes, Mark.
Yeah, 10 minutes, 14.
Brandon, by the way, last week only 19% of people knew George Michael's Sports Machine.
That is troubling. Were you here that day?
No, and I am unaware what that is.
You're old enough to know.
George Michael's Sports Machine.
Yeah, I didn't know it either, Smitty.
George Michael, like the pop singer.
All I thought about was freedom and
Yeah.
music.
I feel like I had a much better
Is that
upbringing.
a Southern thing? No, I'm genuinely.
National thing. It was
like the sports reporters.
30-minute. It was a 30-minute recap show on Sunday night of the sports.
On what channel?
It was syndicated. I had it on NBC. Right.
There you
after
go.
the
I
news.
don't think we had something like that up here.
You didn't have syndicated TV.
We probably had syndicated TV, but I don't remember George Michael's happy fucking.
We didn't have
Walker's Hour.
I just want you to know that you just said we didn't have syndicated TV.
No, I'm saying we didn't have George.
Did you have
Michael's
Oprah? Did
fancy
you have
fucking
American
fest.
Gladiators? Did you have any of those shows?
What? You were twisting everything. We didn't have George Michael's
you said,
fucking
I said,
sports fest.
I said
I
syndicated.
know it's syndicated TV.
But you
is.
said we didn't have that up here.
We didn't have George Michael's syndicated TV program up here, or I don't remember growing up. Jesus Christ, you were
No. That's on me. Ebo, can I get a judgment here?
What was that?
Can I get a judgment here? Is that on me or is that on him?
To say you don't have syndicated TV is like saying you just like didn't plug the TV in.
Right, correct.
But that's not what I was implying, Ebo. I was implying we have syndicated TV. We don't have George Michael's syndication up here.
Nobody? Really? Anybody?
I just want to spend 4 minutes on George Michael.
He was a good singer.
It was
Freedom.
Peace.
Gotta have faith. We're gonna get to better topics in a minute.
I think temp is a flaring in this room.
It's edgy today.
I love
it's edgy today.
Yeah, means it's a good.
Rico's not even here.
Oh well, huh.
Oh yeah, imagine
I
that.
wonder why?
But I mean, usually,
There he is.
Must be nice. That's Big T.
Hey, your boy.
We were talking about Rico.
And well,
Big pumpkin-headed face-looking motherfucker. I was tired too. I came off 2 shows. I got home and he put me in the hillbilly hell with all those fucking Tennessee fans. God damn it!
you did 2 shows on Saturday.
how'd that go?
You don't have to go to the Michigan game after.
I didn't hear about that.
You're belittling the efforts of everybody behind the scenes.
No,
at Barstool.
just yours.
I was tired. That's all. I
I
didn't
know.
say
It's okay. It's okay. George Michael's on at 11.
you should know 2 shows. That's basically what you average a week.
Pretty much.
All right,
Big House was incredibly underwhelming.
I've heard that.
Yeah, like no bias. Even all the other people that went agreed when we all came back, reconvened. They
It's
were
also
like,
a sluggish game. Sluggish. It was just not. Anyway, all right. Let's talk NFL football first. NFL football first. I'm going to say a wild take on behalf of my team and let y'all deal with it. Okay. There is a case for Tua Tagovailoa. He's the most valuable player in the NFL.
He won't win it because he missed too much time.
I actually,
There is a case.
The stats in the games he's played back it
He
up.
is the most valuable player to his team in the NFL.
I would say Tyreek Hill is. Maybe
Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, but when they were playing and he wasn't, they weren't doing anything.
I get what you're saying because they fell off so much. It sucked that Bridgewater got hurt and they had to go with the Scholar, the 7th round.
They're 5-3. They're 5-3, and I think they're 4-1 in games that the Tua starts. I don't remember what the one loss was.
I mean, he got hurt.
It was the one that got hurt.
Thursday,
Yeah,
Cincy.
yeah, it's Cincy. So and they were in that game until he got hurt. Like he's putting up numbers. He had 386 yards passing yesterday in a road win against the team
Lions
that has
defense.
returned to number 1 is the not that bad team. I'm just going to say that in a minute. The Lions.
Fuck.
They're back. You didn't do it, did you?
No, I did. I forgot them. I honestly forgot.
Forgot the Lions?
Yep.
I mean, they're back in control as the number as the not that bad team.
I don't know,
What do you
man.
think
They've
it
been
is,
getting blown
man?
out on
they
the road.
didn't cover, brother.
They've
I think they got.
been getting blown out on the
I
road.
think they were a healthy
They
scratch.
for sure did not cover.
They didn't. They were a healthy scratch
Falcons
for me.
were
That
still
hurt.
one.
I didn't. I didn't bet that. What was it? 3.5?
3.5.
That was brutal.
Oh,
They
what?
were winning the whole game.
31-27.
They lost by
Oh,
4.
yikes.
It was brutal.
Yeah. That's.
I thought I was gonna get a double. I had the over too. That was like the best bet ever.
I
And
don't
then they didn't cover.
hate your take at all. I think that he actually he is putting up those numbers, and I just don't know how Allen and Mahomes. I don't know how he's gonna.
Well, he's not.
Yeah,
He's
there's
not.
no
But
way.
what he's saying is to
Yeah.
your specific team.
We'll get to that in a minute, Ebo.
I think Josh
Isn't,
Allen still is, but
Yeah, I mean,
Josh Allen is.
Yeah.
I would say.
Isn't Hill on pace right now to break Calvin Johnson's record?
I mean, Hill and Waddle are both amazing.
I actually think there's an argument for Mahomes even more losing Hill, looking how good Hill is, and still maintaining that level.
Hill is on pace for the first 2,000-yard receiving season.
That's
ever.
what I thought. I knew he was at like same
Yeah,
numbers.
2040, I
yesterday.
believe.
Like
135 in the first half.
180 yesterday, I think.
Insane.
I think if Tua was healthy
No
up until this
touchdowns.
point, he would be in that conversation MVP.
They would have beat the Vikings. They would have beat. They could have beat the Bengals in that game. That was 50-50.
I mean, he's responsible for 4+ touchdowns a game every game he starts.
Yeah, and he has that. He's got the weirdest stats. Like you look in the games he's injured. Of course, he had like 110 passing yards, and then last week against the Steelers, he was like at 260 with a touchdown, and then all of a sudden you see 450 with 6 touchdowns.
Yeah. But Mintz does bring up a good point. Tyreek, Waddle, they help a fucking lot.
They're using
Well,
him well.
turns out when you draft a guy high, why don't you give him some fucking weapons? And they went out and drafted Waddle, and they went out and traded for Hill. Like that's how it works.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
And
Philly, same thing when they're going to get A.J. Brown. It's when you've got that quarterback on the
was
rookie,
having
when
an
you got the
unbelievable
quarterback
year,
on the
by the
rookie
way.
contract, you can spend on A.J. or Tyreek Hill. You got the money to.
I gotta say something about Jalen Hurts. No, I didn't see it.
No, I don't think anybody.
anybody
I don't think anybody besides the biggest like blow-hearted, the just optimistic Philly fans
Yeah.
saw it. Like
And,
he grew an arm overnight, and he's the best decision maker in the NFL.
Him having this, making these throws, I just never saw it coming. I thought he would be good enough with his arm to accentuate his ability.
I
with
didn't
his
think
leg.
that. I didn't even think that.
To be passable, be decent. I didn't think he would be good.
Some of the throws he threw yesterday, the one where he dropped over the shoulder to A.J. Brown 50 yards down the field. I mean, the guy grew an arm in the offseason. I don't
was
know.
completely wrong about Jalen Hurts.
Everybody in the world There's nobody. I don't think anybody said in year. Is this year 3 for him or
year
three? He can be an MVP candidate, a legit MVP candidate.
Prolific passer, something
Yes.
said.
Obviously he's a great runner. He could run. But besides the throwing, what you're saying, the decision making has been like
Unbelievable. And credit to Sirianni and Shane Steichen, who's going the plays, for putting him in position to be able to make those plays. There are guys wide open. He's fucking firing, catching.
Remember last year when you wanted to run the ball every down?
Yeah.
Well, that's how they were winning. Yeah.
You wanted to run. You didn't want to
Still-
let him ever throw it.
They're
No.
still a really good running team.
No, and there's still a great running.
Hey.
Thank you, Booze.
It's a this room discussion only, Booze.
I'm allowed to have an opinion.
It's a this room discussion only.
Booze is allowed to chime in.
Listen,
whenever he wants.
they're
You don't need. Yeah, but he's just like he's like a parrot on your shoulder. He's he's a Philly guy.
He's Dr. Delco in there, and
Dr.
we need him.
Delco, here to save the day.
Dr. Delco.
Listen,
Shoot me in
the
head.
Eagles aren't the Steelers, whatever. Like when they went on, they're way better than that. They are. I'm not saying that they're.
They're demolishing.
I really want to see them play a good team.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're the Steelers at all.
Gonna go
They're good.
15-2 without being.
Yeah, like I really want to see a good.
But the
team.
next two best teams in the NFC are the Cowboys and the Vikings, and the Eagles beat them both pretty
Yeah, but
well.
the Cowboys will probably beat them on the way back. Cowboys are good, I think.
Dak plays like he
Cowboys
did
are-
yesterday.
Cowboys.
Cowboys
Oh,
are good.
Tony Pollard.
That defense is
That'd be a
really
big one.
good. If Zeke, the Cowboys, the best thing that happened to them was like if Zeke tweaked
That's-
his hamstring and didn't have
You
to
know,
see,
we were debating Cooper Rush and Dak. It was we just need Zeke off the team.
Right.
Did you
And
see Jerry's
Pollard.
quotes after the game about Zeke?
But
About like he's still the guy. He's still like the best. Like that he's like still the
he
Punisher.
hasn't been better than Pollard
the
for
best-
3 years.
No, not even close.
At least.
At least everyone's always been like they're always saying like the hot take is like it hasn't been a hot take at all. He's just been better than
More
him.
explosive. Yeah.
I just don't see the mindset of like, oh, we paid him a lot, we have to play him.
Yeah.
Like, why not just? I mean, you're gonna pay him whether he's on the bench or he's on the field.
Jerry's still
Like, put
living.
your best
Jerry's
team
still
out there.
living in the same world where his last championship resides. Like he pops in the VHS, he sees Emmitt Smith rolling down the field. You need to have a high class running back, and that's where he is.
We're going to go as
You
Zeke
have one.
goes.
He, he makes $20
Yeah.
million
I
less.
don't think there's any team in the league outside of the Titans that is willing to go as their running back goes. Like if the running back stops performing, they'll just yank him out of there.
That's just senile shit
Yeah.
right there. That's all that is.
Listen,
Senile
listen,
shit.
I love Zeke. He's just been pounded to the ground for 8 years straight. It's just like your legs just eventually give out. Like he was
Use
a
him-
fun,
use him for sure.
'cause he used to have that breakaway speed. He just like he doesn't have it anymore. He's just been beaten up too much.
Also got fatter. He really did.
He's gotten thicker but he was always like even Ohio. He definitely has gotten thicker, but
Who's the best
even
overall,
Ohio State he was thick.
Who's the best overall Ohio State running back of all time? Eddie George, right?
Probably.
Gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, Archie Griffin probably won 2 Heismans, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you mix both, like Eddie George,
In the
definitely
pros, it's got to be Eddie George.
100%. Yeah, no doubt.
Not Maurice Collette.
Who?
Maurice
That's
Collette.
my guy though.
I just wanted to make
No,
you say
no
it
Maurice
again.
Collette slander.
Fix that.
It's my friend.
You said Clolette.
That's your buddy?
Maurice
talk.
Clarinet.
He's a big fan of mine. He's his favorite
I think they
media
lead.
journalist.
I think they lead the country in producing running backs I thought would be studs in the NFL and never really got there, like Beanie Wells.
That was Beanie
and-
Wells.
We have a lot of guys that had like good like little like Carlos Hyde like a nice little run.
I mean, also quarterbacks.
Well, quarterbacks is a different thing.
Well, Fields is great, so we're fine.
Shots fired, Bobby Hoying.
Quarterbacks is a different thing.
Fields is fantastic.
By the way, the Vikings just keep winning. Everybody wants to call them frauds and this and that. I mean, they're going to run away with the division,
Still,
and they're going to like the Eagles. They're not going to be tested very much, but they're going to be 15-2, and the NFC is going to go through them, and we're going to crown them. That's fine. But the Vikings are doing kind of the same thing.
they are, and I've said they're frauds. Yesterday told me that the Cardinals are a bad football team.
As a Giants fan, you shouldn't have been calling them frauds.
Calling who frauds?
The Vikings.
The Vikings?
Because the Giants were
I didn't
in
call
the
them
same
frauds.
boat.
I call them frauds.
You called them frauds.
That's why I'm looking at him. I'm not looking at you.
They still haven't beaten anyone good.
Well, the only thing I'll say, and I think this is, you can make the testament to the Eagles as well. I mean, when they came to, they just put them in a blender.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an ass kicking.
I think the Vikings are a lot better at home in that dome than they are on the road.
Well, that's the thing.
They're
too.
also,
like
they're also not
dramatic.
really playing any pressure primetime games. You give them the Broncos TV schedule.
Oh my God, they'd
they're
be
probably 500.
I was going to say, yeah, they'd
Maybe
be
worse.
3-5. Well, that's my thing, too. I just don't trust them in the playoffs. Like, they go to Philly again. Look at
Also, excuse me, the Broncos winning that game. Your boy toy, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
you need to give that up right now. If he's making
He
the,
was ever my boy toy, but
you were
Yes, he
blown in
was.
from here to
who
Kipski.
knows?
You said he's gonna be MVP candidate this
I
year.
don't remember what we said. Who knows? We say a lot of stuff.
That goal line
I didn't-
interception, man. Like you cannot be holding your franchise to that.
Was
and that's your
that
full-
the
your
Simmons
second
one, or was there a second one in the second half?
The first one when they were up 7-0.
Simmons?
But
That-
first
that
and
was-
goal, and you're trying to throw that in there. Oh my God. He's losing games. He's actually losing games from him. That's that game, and against the Texans, it was him. It was him. They lost.
The Jets and Giants both lose. The Jets were 5-2. They lose to the Patriots, who might be the biggest Jekyll and Hyde team in the league.
Couldn't tell you how the fuck. I still don't
I
think they're
mean-
very good, but
Wilson was, oh my God. Did you see some of the throws?
That interception when he
He
was
made some of the
rolling
he
out
made some of the worst.
oh.
He made like some of the worst throws I've ever seen.
It's possible that entire draft class busts of quarterback.
go through them.
Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance keeps getting hurt.
That's
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones and Justin Fields.
I swear to God, you can make right now if you had to pick one.
Justin
horse,
Fields is the
it'd be
best one.
Fields is
At least
better.
if you wanted to ride, if you wanted to pick a
Fields is the only
horse,
one getting better.
if you wanted to pick a horse to ride going forward,
Wilson's
I genuinely
probably had the
think he
best
would be the guy.
moments.
I don't think so. I think
I'd
Jones
say Mac
probably
Jones had the best
Jones
moments.
last
He
year.
made the playoffs. I mean, that's.
And-
Yeah, but that wasn't him though. He
No,
was
I agree with you 100%.
Wilson showed some like flair at least at times.
But Fields has done that too, and Fields is now like you're seeing the improvement.
Lawrence has showed nothing. Absolutely nothing. He hasn't.
Lawrence been bad.
He's been bad. I thought he had moments early in the season.
I mean, think that, what are they 2-5? The 2-6?
They started 2-1, and like he was okay, and then they just
They start 2-0.
No, they lost to the Commanders in Week 1, 28-26.
That's right. That's right.
Not that I had the Jacks that day. I
Don't remember that game at all.
I did
Very
as well.
vividly.
I did as well. Plus 2.5 on the road.
One of my bets died yesterday.
What was it?
Panthers.
Oh man,
It's
that was tough.
1100 for the division.
That was that game. If y'all didn't that ending,
Watch.
that was the craziest shit I've seen in a long
Worst
time.
of all time.
All right, we got to talk about this because I think the Panthers might have played themselves into the not that bad stratosphere.
Sure.
They were awful. They
yeah.
fired everybody, traded everybody, and now I think they're just not that bad.
MVP PJ
Straight
Walker.
PJ Walker,
They're just
Dante
covering
Foreman.
spreads now. They're giving you moments. They're giving you
Him.
things.
Yeah.
DeAndre
mean,
Foreman's
Foreman.
good running back.
They formed PJ Flecker or PJ Walker, the 1-2 punch.
And like DJ
Moore's back.
seems like he
Yeah.
wants to play football
No
again.
chance.
Oh, they're actually throwing it to him.
There's no chance everybody voted for the NFC South, Ebo.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, we were looking for a tweet. What did you say?
There's no chance everybody voted for the NFC South.
2 people did vote for the NFC South.
I did, but I had them like 3.
You look at your sheet, you can see I gave you the votes. Voter transparency. I'm not stuffing ballot boxes over there like
I
Rico.
All right, so Brandon's not that bad. We're the Lions.
What'd Smitty do?
You're such a piece of shit. Why do you do these
Every
things?
week we do.
Why do you do
The
these things?
entire division
Why do you
isn't that
fucking
bad.
do these
The
things?
entire division isn't that bad.
Why do you do these things?
The entire
Why do
division.
you always need the attention so fucking bad?
It's not attention. It's facts. It's
All right,
objectivity.
shut up. Hey, here's my not that bads. I have the Lions number 1, the Panthers number 2, the NFC South 3, because there's some bad teams in there, but you better watch out. You might get fucked up. Like the Raiders did yesterday. The Bears and then the Browns. And the Browns was like, tonight I think they might be a little dangerous. Big Av had the Panthers, the Saints, the Falcons, the Commanders, and the Broncos. Marty had the Falcons, the Broncos, the Patriots, the Broncos, and the Bears.
I said the Broncos twice.
Did. And Mitzi had the Falcons, the Jets, the Commanders, the Saints, and the Panthers. Smitty had the NFC South, the NFC South, the NFC South, the NFC South.
And the Jets.
And the Jets.
Let me ask you guys a
Not that bad.
question.
We just can't do segments because you ruin them.
How did
You can't do segments because
They are all
we can't
equally
do-
not
we can't
that
We can't
bad.
do college football win totals because you'll say the fucking Islanders. You can't do anything.
No, I would not bet on the Islanders.
Flyers then.
No, the Sixers. Which, I'll be honest, that over is not looking so hot right now.
I don't get how you guys can't like.
My
If the,
day is so much better when I get here and that chair is empty.
I have a problem with yours.
You need to relax a little bit.
How can you have the Falcons like? I don't think I understand the rankings. Like, why are the Falcons 4 on yours? Doesn't that mean that?
I think the Falcons were
two
2 on
bad?
Ben. They were 1 or
Who
2
was
on mine.
4?
No, they were third, but
3rd on mine.
to me, yeah, third. But the Falcons to me are
Like 6-1, or what are they?
Might
6
win that
and 2
division.
against the spread.
I think Falcons are still that team because they just beat a not that bad team barely. Like, that is why.
my
Like,
only thing about the Falcons is bad team that covers spreads, and yesterday they didn't cover spreads, so I docked them.
They should have covered freaking
didn't.
PJ. That damn.
They should have covered. They should have
Oh, that
lost.
still lost. Yeah, I mean, like two
Missed
missed
extra
field
I
goals.
points.
think they shouldn't have covered, but then they should have covered, and then they shouldn't have covered.
I don't. It's
DJ Moore with memories of the Egg Bowl in 19, throwing the helmet off, caused.
Nobody
I'll tell you
remembers
what.
the fucking Egg Bowl in 2019.
I mean,
That throw by
Reminded
P.J.
me.
Walker, that's an NFL throw. That ain't something.
oh, he ripped it.
That was-
an NFL
Holmes on
back in the
Twitter
NFL,
said it was
makes
the best
sense.
throw of the season.
It was no doubt. I mean,
That PJ Walker throw was the longest air yard completion since they started tracking it. It went 67 yards in the air.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a long
I
one.
thought it almost went over 70. He was like
It's
the
like what
third.
me and Marty did it and out in Ronkonkoma that day.
yeah, fucking.
And Marty couldn't throw it over 30 yards.
I could throw over 30.
It's like Jake Malasek trying to throw a Nerf football.
Yeah, that was bad.
How's Malasek doing with Virginia?
He was like having screaming fits in the cave, and we were all like,
They
dude,
covered this
zero,
week.
Did y'all
0
see-
to 0. You
Y'all
gotta
see? All right,
dial it back.
14-12 in 4 overtimes.
Triple overtime, no touchdowns.
Quadruple overtime. 14-12, quadruple overtime. The first time somebody reached the end zone was a 2-point conversion on the 4th overtime.
Disgusting.
Unbelievable.
That might have been the
Virginia
worst.
plus 3, baby.
Might be the worst
We
game
had
of
the
all.
we have the
12.
6 TV setup obviously in the
Yeah.
cave, and he made us have one of the TVs on it. It was maybe the worst college football game I've ever watched in my entire life.
It
The
has
worst
to
game
be
ever. We had to turn it off.
The only college football game that's been to 4 overtimes that didn't hit the over.
No, remember
Illinois
last year?
Penn State last year.
Oh,
Say
yeah.
Illinois went 9 overtime, and the final score was 20-18.
The triple OT 2-point conversions kind of ruined that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You can't just score like 9 touchdowns in a row.
Let's see what Ebo has here. Raiders shutout in New Orleans.
That,
Yeah.
Big
You just
Ev,
can't decide if they're good or not.
I'm going to say it as well, but we were wrong.
the
You
Raiders?
love the Raiders too. I like them as
Oh,
well.
no, I admitted I was wrong. I
that-
bet the Saints yesterday.
Oh, they're bad. I don't know.
I admitted I was wrong weeks ago. That's
Why, though?
I don't even
They
think
do that like a couple
Well,
times a year where they
not good.
no show on the East Coast.
Waller's out, but fucking McDaniels has
He's-
regressed
yeah,
that team
I don't-
so much.
How can Devontae Adams
So
only have
much.
one catch when Lattimore's out for the
It's
Saints?
unbelievable.
Like how? Like
Unbelievable.
That is wild. And Alvin
I mean,
Kamara,
they had been
glad he's staying in Nola.
They've been great running the ball. They couldn't run the ball. I mean, they literally couldn't do anything.
I don't think I got over.
The Saints had him in a headlock the whole game.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry runs for 200 yards against the Titans. It says not everybody is on their best.
play the
best game
Texans.
today. I understand. Says Derrick Henry runs for 200
You could help
yards
out your
against the
producer
Titans.
and just
Yep.
not throw him on.
Last 4 games against Houston, 892 yards, 9 touchdowns. If he played a full season against the Texans, he would rush for 3,791 yards and 38 touchdowns.
That was literally his high school season,
Yeah,
Texans
senior
are bad.
season in
Dooley.
Florida.
They are not on the not that bad list. They're bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the take. I'm just reading the sheet. Seahawks exposed the Giants for the frauds they are in 27-13 win in Seattle.
Oh,
That seems like a reach.
That's what's written on the
Goes
sheet.
for the frauds. So explain yourself. Speak up.
They should have had maybe 6 points in that game, and they should have lost like 42 to
we
6.
can't be doing should-haves now.
Yeah, should've-
Should-haves. Like
Expected
I
points
yeah.
on that
Won every
game is
game.
42 to 6.
Like you can't.
Expected
argument
points.
can't be
Expected?
should-have. Like
If they play that game 100 times, it's like 40 to 6.
playing at like when did playing at Seattle just get like that's a hard road game right there.
I mean, they're a good team.
Were they 5?
How are they good, by the way?
Geno Smith's like the greatest quarterback
He's
ever.
so good.
Russell Wilson really was trash the last 3 years, and we just didn't.
I think there is a lot to what Tyler Lockett said.
That
lot.
Russell Wilson
Did you
was
see him try to
maniac.
backtrack after that? After the way he said, did you see the way he said it?
Yeah, but I
He
mean,
like poked his head in
Yeah.
just to like make the dig, and then was like, "Oh, you guys make a big deal out of it, guy. Don't try to play like we're dumb or something.
That was a
Like, you know what you did.
yeah.
You
Like
you know what you said.
very accurate quote, bro.
Like, you know. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, he knows what he said. Be a big boy. Own up to it.
Geno's
You don't like Russell Wilson. Say
Geno's
it.
so decisive with the football. Like Russ always hangs on to it and the ball doesn't come out.
It's a veteran
and it just
presence.
comes out with Geno, man. He knows the right place.
They wrote me off, but I didn't write back. Is one of my favorite quotes of all time.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
Great quote.
The World Series is happening right now. Smitty broke the wall.
I did.
Streams
I mean,
saw it today.
know it?
I know.
First of
I
all-
saw it today. The hole. I was like,
Smitty put a hole in the wall.
first of all, let's be honest. That's not a wall.
that's not.
That's a couple of painted like paper towels.
It's not a hole. It's a crater.
Smitty put a hole in the wall. Here he goes. He's walking out. All right.
I love he just kept hitting it.
Smitty, you knew that was making a hole. Why'd you keep hitting it?
Hey, the damage is done. What are you gonna do?
Was that game 1?
Stop hitting
Game
it.
one.
Yeah.
That was game one. They just turned a nice 6-4-3.
I thought you
Had
did,
Florence and the Machine cooking.
you know.
I was looking. He was a little upset. The first one.
No.
didn't go through.
I gotta admit.
There's about 8 more smacks.
I gotta
out the
admit
first
something.
hole.
I gotta admit something
I'm
right now.
slapping the thing. I'm
I had not watched
punching
the
it.
clip. I thought you did it out of anger, but you were not angry. You were
Oh,
fired up.
Yeah, that was Jubilee.
But I need to see it one more time. You break the wall and then look at it and then just say fuck it.
The World
Such
Series.
a piece of shit.
5-6 more smacks.
It's a big game. And also, I'm mid-beat. What am I supposed to stop the beat?
So you were down 5-0.
Down 5-0, game one. Mm-hmm.
Change your shirt.
Change the search. Change the
Change
lives.
history.
Change history. Correct.
I was surprised you knew what mid meant.
It is questionable. I knew what mid meant. It was questionable. I knew who Big Sean was.
That surprised me. I don't know who that is.
Shout out Chuck Nasso, and we worked it out.
Well, that's what,
Yeah,
where I
before.
guess that answered the question. I was going to ask where the motivation
How do you say his
came
name?
from.
Chuck Nasso.
I always said Naso. I have no
Say
idea.
Naso.
Yeah, Nasso, tomato.
I don't think that's right.
Chuck and I are
If I were him, I'd prefer Naso. I feel like Naso sounds.
You can't tell him what you would prefer. It's his name.
Yeah, but Naso sounds better.
Also, we were talking about like things we can do like to get in Tico's head that
Yeah.
wouldn't get anybody canceled, and like the scene.
Why? What happened?
Well, it's just I mean Tico's difficult. So this is game one.
Oh, what?
We all saw this
No,
obviously.
She's a delight on my streams.
Game two, it's basically me and her and Philly Mays, and I'm like, okay, like I got to do something here a little bit different. I tweet out, hey, everybody, Phillies are down, vibe check. Everyone tweet at me a Big Sean quote fact. So I start reading them out, typical normal things like, hey, Big Sean and Jose Altuve are the same height. Big Sean's greatest line was taken off a coffee table. She just gets up, says, your wife, doxes my wife's name, says, gives you no ass, and Eric Nathan fucks you in the dick and gives you chlamydia. I'm just looking at the camera. I got, like, what do you want me to say back? Like, what am I supposed to say here?
You can't.
Like, that would be acceptable. Smitty's getting bodied. She's fucking turning you. Yeah, I'm getting buried, sure. Like, what do you want me to say?
Okay, so it's 1-1. You got the
1-1.
split you needed in Houston. Fought back
Correct.
from 5-0 down.
Correct.
Now, what's our path to victory here, Smitty?
So we got Syndergaard on the bump tonight. Supposed
That
to be
doesn't
raining.
sound great.
Wait,
It is what it is.
Syndergaard's starting tonight?
They use Suarez.
Syndergaard. Let me talk. You had your mush 12 minutes.
I just
Let me
said
talk about the
Syndergaard
World
was
Series.
starting.
So you talked about Jake Paul for 28 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. I asked Syndergaard was starting.
So Syndergaard's been the Game 4 starter except
Like,
the NLCS.
You're like on the Step Brothers table where like, stop interrupting the story. I asked about the story.
I know.
Right. Or bonita fish, big spinning.
Look, when I say Syndergaard's starting, it's not 2015. We're expecting him to throw 99 down the cock and go 7. He's going to be pitching once to the lineup, 2-3 innings, and then it's going to be a bullpen.
We're doing bullpen games in the World Series. Y'all ain't got 4 starters.
Is it?
Dude, fucking no. First of all, second of all, Rob Thompson's treating every game like a game 7. He brought in Ranger fucking Suarez, the 3rd starter.
Really, Rob?
Philly Rob brought in Ranger Suarez, started a game 3 in the first game in a situation to face Alvarez. Like, the Phillies need to play and kind of outmanage Dusty Baker to do this. And I have total faith in Philly Rob. Now, is Syndergaard's going to give up 1 or 2? That's the thing. The Phillies match up well against McCullers. I think they're going to put up a 6 spot tonight. I really do.
I did bet Astros.
You like the over?
I do like the over 8.
I did bet Astros -1.5 for the series.
That's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough now.
It's going to be tough because, like, legitimately,
Well,
that means
they just have to win.
No, they have to win 2.
2 in Philly. Yeah,
they have to win 2 in Philly.
Just,
It's gonna be tough. Which I'll be honest,
They
I
win
don't
2 in
see
New
it.
York though.
Philly's a different beast. It really is.
Yeah, it's better.
It is.
It really
I'm
is.
scared about that. I want the Phillies to win. I fucking hate the Astros. I don't care about them, but them winning that second game, kind of like I was kind of want to see how they were going to play after losing that 5-0. Like brutal. Like that's a brutal one right there. They are so goddamn good. It's insane.
They're good. Yeah.
I know the Phillies are obviously good. They're all in the World Series. It's obvious, but I don't know. I just
Look.
is this the game? Like whoever wins this one, you kind of feel
Tonight,
I think it might be.
I wouldn't say
the whole way.
tonight is extremely, extremely, extremely important.
I would not want to be doing a bullpen game in Game 3. Like that's just terrifying. A swing game, like that scares me.
They have to. They have to.
Do
Look,
they?
they're not going. They're not
Use
going.
their game.
They're not going to be able to win unless they put up a 5 spot tonight, and I think they'll put up 6. So, and they have
Betting
their
the
bats.
over?
Their bats are still. Yes, I am betting the over. Over's 8. Their bats have been good. You saw it in Game 1, even Game 2. They had plenty of chances. They just didn't come through. Like their bats are
Who
going
do
to
you
be.
think would be the MVP for Philly right now?
If the Phillies were to win, it probably would be Realmuto for winning
Oh,
Game 1. Yeah, but it's not a 2-game series, Brandon Walker.
no, it's just interesting.
If it was a 2-game series, the Phillies would have lost the NLDS to the Braves after getting shut out 3-0 home, and then against the Padres when it came, they were down 4-0.
That's 2 different
lost.
series.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a 2-game fucking series, Brandon Walker. The Phillies were 1-1 in the NLDS. They were 1-1 in the NLCS. They came back to the bank, won all the games. Expect similar results.
I'm just going to be checking in on the MVP after every game. That's all.
You do that, Brandon Walker.
I'm gonna. Why do you keep saying my whole name?
Brandon Walker.
Rico's talked about this, but would you honestly?
Who?
I forgot the guy who
Used to work here.
does. Yeah, I don't know where he is anymore. The would you rather like if you like home field advantage the first 2 games? Like I feel like the Phillies have such the advantage now. Like the swing games are.
You saw it last year.
Once you swing it back, you.
I think I would if I had to choose. I think I'd rather 3, 4, 5.
Larry Brown said it
really
best.
do.
The series doesn't start until the away team wins.
You want 1, 2, and 6 and 7 every time.
I really don't.
No,
know.
I don't think so. Not
Really?
especially in this
3 and
situation.
5 are swing games.
In this situation right here, right now, going into this series, I absolutely wanted 3, 4, and 5.
I think you want 3, 4, 5 if you can split the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
Splitting the first 2
most
is
of the
massive.
time you're
Massive.
like you really are splitting. Like it's not a crazy.
I mean, you have to win a road game regardless in a series. You're not going to win. You're not going to win a series without. So it really doesn't
Unless
matter.
you're the
which one.
Astros, Yankees.
You have to win a road
17,
game in a series.
Yeah.
Where home teams won every.
You're not going to win a. You're not
Well,
going
the
to win
Nats,
a series.
the Nats, Astros in 19, every away team won.
Every away team won.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, for ours with the Astros, the one that was every
in
home
the
team.
Nationals Astros series, it was the road team won
Road
every
team
game.
won every game.
Do you think
That's incredible.
Houston. So whoever somebody went up 2-0.
So the Phillies.
I don't remember that series very well.
So the Phillies won Game 1 in Houston, and they won as many wins as the Astros in Houston in the playoffs since 2019.
when's the last Classic World Series we had? Is it all the way
Astros
back,
Dodgers.
all the way back to 2000? Oh, was that a Classic one?
I mean, it was really good. 7 games. I mean, that one was nuts in 17. The game 7 was underwhelming, but
Cleveland, Cubs.
Yeah,
That was
a good
nuts.
one.
That
that
was
one was
insane, yeah.
outrageous?
I was-
Up until last game, Game 2, the Phillies played the Astros in 1980, in which every game went to extra innings, and this for Game 1 went extra innings.
if I said a stat like that from 1980, you would call me old balls or something.
Yeah, well, I wasn't alive in 1980. You probably remember fucking watching it with your George Michael stand balls.
George Michael Sports Machine was a great show, and sometimes you would get lucky because you would be watching at the end of the month and it'd be the plays of the month. So
See?
you go on YouTube and watch George Michael Sports Machine plays of the month, and it's delightful. It's fucking delightful. And he did a lot of rodeo coverage. Sometimes he would come.
Yeah, definitely a Philadelphia sports market thing that I should remember.
Sometimes
George Michael sports rodeo
Sometimes he would-
coverage.
I think George Michael was a local sports guy somewhere that did a whatever. I'm going to do my research and I'm going to tell. Yes, please. Where was he?
He was the DC guy. I grew up watching him on NBC4 with Lindsey Zarniak and Dan Hellie.
Of course, Zarniak and Hellie.
And then he started
They were stacked. They were a dream team.
Then he smarted up, got a paycheck, and started taking advantage of the lesser.
So,
Well, no, I think he died.
I know you didn't have it here. You have it in Philly, but syndicated TV is when they have these shows that can be on any network, and
Wow.
you just locally pay for it, and like American Gladiators, stuff like that.
No, we didn't have that. I just subscribed to Prism growing up. That was it.
Just Prism.
Just Prism.
God damn it.
Even I know syndicated TV, Smitty.
Jeez, I know what syndicated TV is.
Doesn't appear that you do. College football. Boy, I timed this right at 45. That's just really good. There was a fight after the game at Michigan State, and this has become one of the things I like the least about college football. Not the fact that a fight happened, not the fact that players got rough and you had to suspend guys and you got the police, but the fact that every time there is a fight in college football, you have the pundits and the analysts and the sports writers saying, "Oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. Call the police. I can't believe this. This is terrible. This is a stain on college." It's a fucking fight. It didn't look good. It was one guy against 8, and it was, because fights never look good, but they're fights. You get 100 18, 22-year-olds and 118, 22-year-olds and put them in a little tunnel. Shit's going to happen every now and then. Whatever. Suspend them and move on. What is this that big of a fucking deal?
Yeah, I mean, I
guy.
agree with you. It was just the bashing the guy with no helmet. The helmet's a bad visual.
It's a fight.
But no, I agree with you. I don't like people act like something like I mean, no one died. Like
everybody clutches their pearls and they're like, "Oh my God, these are just good schoolboys. Why are they?"
Everyone's gonna be fine. Like it's gonna be okay. I agree with you. For sure.
the criminal charges gets a little out of hand.
Calling the cops for this, like what?
Yeah, but the one I saw where
Assault, brother.
the kid was by himself and the team was kind of.
That's always the
going
bad
after him.
visual.
That's the bad visual, but it's also.
He also put himself in that position.
It's also I don't condone it, but like, what if the team didn't help their boys out? They're a bad team.
I don't think they could get in there. I don't think they knew they were behind.
You can help your boys out without taking a helmet to a helmetless.
I mean, maybe
see that.
Michigan could afford a second tunnel so that teams didn't have to go through the same tunnel, Brandon.
That's
One
assault.
second, real
Like,
fast.
that's a little
Didn't know
crazy.
he did a helmet to him.
and the
with
guy had no helmet on.
I didn't know that. That's on me.
Like, that's literally an assault. With
Oh,
it.
that's bad.
It's just when you see a guy essentially getting jumped.
I'm sorry, do you want to win the fight or lose the fight? I mean, if I'm in a fight,
It's 1-on-8. If you can't win the fight without using a helmet,
listen,
you don't deserve to win the fight.
I'm in a fight. If I'm in like a boat, I'm gonna hit you with a fishing rod or a paddle or something. Oh, I want to win the fight.
It was 1 against
Man,
a
you started
million.
fighting right now. I got 7 things I can grab immediately and hit you with, including, guess what? A football helmet.
Congrats. So you're going to gang up 8-on-1 and just use a football helmet? It's a fight. It's a fight.
Don't
Strap
act
it out.
Don't act like these 8 kids were like, "Oh, all right, when a Michigan guy comes in here, we're gonna jump him." That didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen.
So like, it's just a fight. It's a stupid
Also,
fight.
the thing
Fights
is,
are
though,
stupid.
no one knows what happened, like words wise or anything.
Yeah.
You just see what the end of it was, and obviously, still, you can't throw helmets.
I'll say, I bet he don't do it again.
No, he's.
I mean,
But was this all just? It was all Michigan State's fault. People saying.
I think they got the lion's share of it because the video makes it look bad for them.
Listen, they probably deserve the most of it.
Agreed.
But I think the Michigan kids were stupid going in and taunting them, but I'm sure they didn't expect to just get jumped.
I'm also very reticent to accept a fight video that starts in the middle of a fight. The first video we saw, the video starts in the middle of the fight, and it's Michigan State guys beating the shit out of the Michigan guy, and then immediately you judge the Michigan State guys. Well, the fight didn't start there.
Yeah, 100%. But I also have said this so many times. How are we still in a world that these teams have the same tunnel?
That's what I just said too.
Like, what the fuck?
Michigan's got 100-something thousand people. Like you can't
have it on the other side.
They're built old school. Like each section has like one way to get in.
That's crazy.
I almost died. Alex Fasoli, I almost died going up the stairs.
Sounds like a fire code.
You go up literally 70 steps. Count them, 70.
Were you wearing your Eddie George jersey still?
I was.
All right, I want to talk. We're going to have to get to F it.
Hyperventilating when I got to
I don't want to have you do your job for you, but I mean, we didn't build the parlay yet.
Oh, fuck me. We got to build the parlay. We'll talk Ohio State tomorrow. Let's build the parlay. Thank you very much, Smitty.
You're welcome, Brandon Walker. Looking out for you.
Let's build it.
Hit one.
What do y'all? Let's build. Let's three legs. I'm saying it right now. Smitty's got a leg. Go.
Joe Mixon over 62.5. I will also take Joe Mixon touchdown. Whatever you guys
just say one thing.
Whatever you guys feel comfortable with. It's a Joe
say one
fucking.
thing.
It's a Joe Mixon game.
Say one thing.
I will go. I will.
Pick it.
I don't want to take. I don't want to take Ev's.
Say one thing.
I don't want to take Ev anytime TD.
All right, Joe Mixon over.
Take
Joe Mixon. Okay, Joe Mixon anytime TV.
Give me a
TD.
TD. Oh, you just.
You want to go safe? Go Chubb. Go safe.
I like Chubb too.
You wanna go-
Eagles run defense line.
All right, Mixon
200
TD,
yards
Chubb
to the
TD.
Saints.
Yes.
Do TD or yards?
Go with it.
Love it.
I like yards.
Field goals.
I'm in.
That's fine with me.
I'm in.
All right.
If we,
Just those three.
all right, I'm not gonna say mine. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because it's tough. I was gonna.
No,
say it.
good. Don't say it.
I was gonna say
pays
Kareem
11 to
Hunt.
1, Brandon.
11-1.
Holy shit.
What is it?
11-1. Over
leave it
3.5
there.
field goals.
Leave it
Joe Mixon touchdown. Nick Chubb touchdown.
Just for the people though, Kareem Hunt over 12.5 reception yards.
He was complaining, so maybe they got to give him the
Yeah.
ball to try to trade him.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
12.5 is
Does that look right?
That's
up on
one
the screen?
catch.
Yep.
catch.
1100. There it is. Print it.
Just to like put it
To
on.
bring it
there.
up, do y'all like Chubb TD or yardage more? I mean, 83.5, but
Oh, Big Ev had the Chubb TD. So,
Okay, then Ev
I
won.
just think. I just think.
I'm not
go
gonna fight it.
safe.
I just
think
was
go
asking.
safe with it.
The Bengals-
We could go yards. I mean.
The Saints ran for 220
I
yards
like
against
them
the
all.
Bengals.
Yeah, I like them both.
We do have 2 touchdowns and 4 field goals here. So
We have two.
I
We
need
could go yards instead.
pretty high scoring.
Oh, I'd rather mix.
gonna pound
I'd
him.
rather mix in yards.
Chubb's
We're
gonna
do
get
touchdowns.
But Chubb's gonna
I don't
get
think we
fed the
should.
ball.
All right, go Mixon yards.
All right.
And Chubb TD.
Yeah, because 2 touchdowns.
Mixon yards.
is tough.
I like Chubb yards more.
Although it's going to bring the odds down.
Well, we could.
Oh, Cleveland hasn't been stopping the run all year.
That's true.
Still plus 950.
That's fine.
Done.
Bengals run D's not great either.
All right.
So mixing over yards, Chubb touchdown, over 3.5
Got
successful
it.
field
Done.
goals.
Let's do it. All right. What's his yardage? I'm not going to fight anymore.
67.5 yards.
I'm not fighting anymore.
Sometimes, though, when you're getting ready to gamble, we got Monday Night Football tonight. It's Halloween, too. Halloween. Sometimes you need to say F it and free your fire with Fireball Whiskey. And for the Fireball F it pick of the day, I cede the floor to Big F.
Brandon said the best. Effort, free your fire. The number 1 shot in America. Let's say effort, a touchdown score that is not on the parlay. Go Amari Cooper, plus 190. And Njoku is out. You need some guys to get targets. You need to make big plays downfield. They Bengals some secondary guys out. Amari Cooper, touchdown, plus 190. Free your fire. Effort pick of the day.
That is the Fireball F it pick of the day, Amari
Jamar's
Cooper.
not out for the year, right?
Who?
Jamar.
Like 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah, he didn't go in an hour.
Okay.
Probably 3 or 4 weeks.
Shit.
We'll save the Ohio State talk for tomorrow, but I do want to talk about Ohio State.
Please.
Are you a little worried at all?
I don't think he should be.
I wouldn't.
They
I don't
still
think
almost
so.
covered.
My question,
don't
and they
think
were
should've.
covering. Yeah.
20 in the fourth quarter.
No, I don't think you should either.
My question about that is,
State stinks.
how do you judge a game? Do you judge a team by the first 3.5 quarters, or when the fact that it was winning time, they dominated?
That's what I think.
That's more important, right?
Penn State's played that same game against Ohio State for years.
That's what I said. They're that team.
What
Like
we're
they
talking
just
about.
play
What's
tricky
that?
games
What's
against
that
us.
guy's defensive guy's name?
JT.
Sandusky.
It's like Tumaleo. It's hard to
that guy.
pronounce.
He's incredible.
Holy shit!
What a game! That was one of the better games I've ever seen from,
Holy
from a defensive
fuck.
player.
When you got a defensive end that can that can catch a ball in the flats that's halfway to its intended destination, that's a special. That's a
He had
I
2
also-
picks, and the other pick we had was because he batted a ball to the other defensive
I
end.
wanted to make fun of Stroud at one point, but like when it came down to it, he was very good.
yeah, and it's the
That
second
throw
half,
he-
he's just throwing darts.
That throw he made to Igbuka, that was
legit,
unreal.
yeah.
He was throwing darts.
And I know the word. I loved that when it was like 5.5 minutes left, we had the lead. We didn't slow down. We said, no, we're running the ball down their throats. We're throwing it all over them. Just go fast. Fuck trying to burn clock. Just go. That was why they played to win, not to lose.
I want the Giants to take Harrison, whatever pick they need to take.
All right,
He's so good.
we'll start with Smitty's ridiculous card. Go, Smitty.
And ridiculous it is. It's a Joe Mixon game, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Mixon.
God damn.
First TD, last TD, anytime TD, 2 TDs, 3 TDs, plus 2,500. Kings, Blues over. Browns, Bengals over 45. I actually like that a lot. We got the Phillies to win. Phillies over 8, as well as the bet with Philly parlay. Harper hit, Harper RBI, Harper money line.
I
All
get
in
it
one.
priced.
It's game price now. It should be. Phillies are plus 116 right now, so that should be like plus 250, 300.
All right, Marty.
I have the Bengals Hunt over 12.5 and Mixon touchdown.
Big F.
I'm on the Browns and Cooper touchdown plus 190.
Nobody's noticed, but I'm starting to cook in the NBA. I went 2-0 in the NBA yesterday. I had Lakers money line.
Ranked.
Huh?
You're not ranked to the top NBA better.
It's true.
I don't know.
That's true. I think you, me, and Kelly in Vegas are, right?
I don't know who did. Did you have any
Number
NBA
9.
picks last year?
Yeah, I'm an NBA show.
I was like number 12.
Tell me
Number
how
9.
many NBA picks you think you had last year.
I had over 100.
No chance you had over 100 last
I
season.
think we have.
Did them after once college basketball season ended. You went hard the last couple.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I used to remember in
I had
the bubble,
I had like 500.
they called me Marty Bubbles. Bubble Boy.
That was it's for a different reason. I got the Kings minus. You don't talk about weird lines. Tonight the Kings are at the Hornets. The Kings I think are like 1-5 or something. They're 2.5-point favorites at the Hornets, who are 3-3. Can you just leave mine up there so I can read them? And I got the Kings money line. I went double Kings tonight. I went double Kings. That's a hockey money line right there. Kings money line in hockey. Kings minus 2.5, and then it's kind of a basic bitch pick, but I just think the Bengals are rolling now. I got Bengals minus 3.
I got Phillies money line, the over with Smitty. I really like that over. I may go alternate on it and make it higher. I took the under in Browns Bengals. Man, Browns 3.5 maybe. Props wise, I like Chubb over rushing and under Brissett passing. Bengals have a really good pass day.
Big Ev, I love you. I also think Donovan Mitchell is a superstar.
I don't want him. They ain't winning championships.
He's unbelievable.
And I respect the Cavs. I actually. Yeah,
they're good.
Yeah, it's good. They're good.
They're good. They had 2 guys score 41.
Two
Guys scored 41 in the same game.
He looks good.
They're good. They've been built very, very
He's
smartly.
good. Garland is.
Yeah.
They have more there.
Mobley's gonna get
they have
better
more there
and-
than the Knicks do, though.
That's true. I don't think he would have fit on as well on the. That's.
Well, the Knicks are okay, and they're decent.
We've played well, and
That's good.
I just my thing is too. I don't want to get rid of RJ Barrett. Like I didn't want to get rid of
I
some
think
of these, like Obi, some of these guys.
the way you just said it, he fits better on the Cavs.
They have more there, like LeVert and these guys. Like we don't have that much offense.
It's a better city to play basketball.
Kevin
Cleveland.
loves
That's
to
not
play
true.
basketball.
He's alive. I can verify that. All right, that's it.
Thank you, Brandon Walker.